I am here with you tonight, my child. I draw near in the quiet where the city grows silent and the lights begin to fade. I sit beside you in the invisible places of your heart. I am not far away in some distant heaven. I am close enough to feel your breathing, close enough to see the thoughts that you do not say out loud, close enough to touch the ache that you try to hide from everyone. I am Jesus. I am the one who has watched over every step of your story. When you thought that no one saw your tears, I was there. When you smiled in front of others but broke down alone, I was there. When you tried to be strong for everyone and then collapsed in the secrecy of the night, I was there. I have never once turned my face away from you, not in your best moments and not in your worst. I know the weight that rests on your chest. I know the tiredness that does not go away even when your body lies down. I know the questions that turn in your mind like a storm. I know the memories that return without being invited. I know the words that wounded you and the silences that spoke even louder than words. I know the fear you feel when you think about tomorrow and the regret that burns when you look back at yesterday. My child, you often look at your past as if it were a chain wrapped around your soul. You revisit scenes that hurt you again and again. You punish yourself for mistakes that you have already confessed. You keep going back to the same moment and asking why it happened. You treat your own heart with a harshness that I never gave to you. You think that if you had chosen differently, everything would be better, and so you carry blame that does not belong to you anymore. I have seen every wrong turn, every closed door, every broken dream, and yet I do not stand over you with accusation. I do not shout at you for what you did not understand at that time. I do not compare you with others. I do not weigh your value on human scales. I look at you through the eyes of a Father who loves, through the heart of a Savior who gave His own life for you. I see someone worth rescuing, worth healing, worth restoring. You believe that your wounds are proof of failure, but I look at them as places where my grace can flow. You believe that your past defines your identity, but I see it as material that I can reshape. You believe that you are stuck where you fell, but I am already offering you my hand so that you may rise. You believe that the story is over, but I am still writing with patience and mercy. Give me your memories, my child, even the ones that burn, even the ones that shame you, even the ones you avoid because they feel too heavy. Do not keep them locked in the dark corners of your mind where they grow sharper and more painful. Bring them into my light. Place them into my hands. Tell me what you remember. Tell me what you felt. Tell me where it still hurts. I can hold all of it without rejecting you. There are scenes that you replay like an old film. You see yourself failing. You see yourself being rejected. You see yourself leaving or being left, and each time your heart tightens in the same way. Tonight I invite you to let me stand beside you in those scenes. Imagine that I am there in the memory, not far away but right next to you, placing my hand on your shoulder, looking at you with compassion instead of condemnation. I am the God who can walk back with you through your own story. Not to shame you, but to free you. I can stand in the moments that you call disaster and speak a new word over them. I can take the day that you remember with bitterness and plant a seed of healing there. I can visit the room where you cried alone and fill it with my presence. I can turn the places of your deepest humiliation into testimonies of my faithfulness. You do not need to carry alone what I have already carried on the cross. The burden of guilt that crushes you pressed upon me. The pain of rejection pierced my heart long before it pierced yours. The shame that whispers in your mind was nailed with me when I gave myself for you. I did not suffer so that you would spend the rest of your life imprisoned by the past. I suffered so that you could walk free in my love. Tonight I speak to your weary soul. Come to me with your honest heart. Come with the confusion. Come with the anger. Come with the disappointment. Come with the questions you have never dared to say in prayer. I am not angry with your honesty. I am not offended by your tears. I am not surprised by your weakness. I receive you as you are and I begin to work from within. You have tried many times to start again using only your own strength. You have drawn plans, made decisions, promised yourself that you would never fall the same way again, and when you stumbled you judged yourself even more harshly. But my child, new beginnings do not come from sheer willpower. They come from relationship with me. They come from resting in my grace. They come from letting me rebuild what you cannot rebuild alone. I am the God of second chances and of chances beyond counting. The world looks at a life and says that it is over. I look at the same life and whisper that I can make all things new. The world sees a sentence with a period and calls at the end. I see that sentence and add a new line. I am not limited by what has already happened. I am not trapped by the decisions you made without understanding. I am greater than every closed chapter. When you think about your past, you often see only ruins. You see burned bridges. You see ashes. You see broken pieces scattered across years. But I see seeds hidden under the ground. I see places where my mercy held you even when you thought you were alone. I see lessons growing in silence. I see the shape of a heart that is learning compassion, humility, and depth. I see how I can use even the worst days as material for healing. Let this night be a turning point, not because you suddenly become perfect, but because you finally agree to walk with me as you are. I do not ask you to erase your history. I ask you to stop carrying it without me, to stop interpreting it without my voice, to stop believing that you are defined forever by what once happened. Bring the full weight of it to me and we will look at it together. There are parts of your story that you have never dared to show anyone, locked rooms inside your heart where you store shame, fear, and disappointment. You have believed that if anyone saw these rooms they would turn away from you, but I already know what is inside them. I enter without disgust. I come in gently. I open the windows. I let my light and my air in. I begin to clean and reorder with patience and love. My child, you are not your worst moment. You are not your deepest failure. You are not the sum of everything that was done against you. You are not the voice that accuses you day and night. You are the one I called by name before you were formed. You are the one I chose to love. You are the one I carried in my heart on the cross. And even now you are the one I sit beside as you listen to these words. I want you to learn a new way of seeing yourself, not through the lens of comparison, not through the lens of human judgment, but through my eyes. I see someone wounded yet valuable, tired yet precious, confused yet deeply loved. I see potential for tenderness, for wisdom, for kindness born out of pain that has been healed. I see a soul that can become a refuge for others once it has rested in me. Take a slow breath now, my child, and as you breathe out, imagine placing some of the weight from your chest into my hands. Start with one memory, one regret, one fear. You do not need to solve everything tonight. You only need to begin to trust me with what hurts. I receive what you place in my hands. I do not drop it. I do not despise it. I transform it. Your heart is tired of running in circles, tired of revisiting the same scenes, tired of rehearsing the same accusations. I invite you to step out of that circle and into my embrace. When you come to me, you are not entering a courtroom, you are entering a home. You are not standing before a judge who is eager to condemn. You are resting against the chest of the one who loves you more than you understand. Allow my words to sink into the places where fear has lived for a long time. You are not beyond repair. You are not too far gone. You are not disqualified from my love. There is no distance that my grace cannot cross, no shadow that my light cannot penetrate, no chain that my power cannot break. I speak this over you with tenderness and authority. You belong to me and I do not let you go. Tonight is not about pretending that nothing bad ever happened. Tonight is about letting me step into what happened and begin to redeem it. I do not erase your story. I redeem it. I do not erase your memories. I heal them. I do not erase your personality. I free it from what distorts it. I work slowly, lovingly, faithfully, even while you sleep. So as the night grows deeper and the world quiets around you, know that I am here. I am watching over you. I am guarding the doorway of your mind. I am holding your heart with care. I am nearer than your own breath, and I whisper to you with unfailing love. My child, you do not walk alone, not in your past, not in this present moment, and not in the future that is still ahead of you. My child, as this night continues, I invite you to lift your inner gaze, not with your physical eyes, but with the eyes of your heart. You have often looked around you and found only reasons to fear, only reasons to worry, only reasons to doubt. But now I gently turn your attention upward, inside your soul, to the place where help truly begins. You have asked in silence where help will come from. You have looked to your own strength, to your plans, to the approval of others, to the control you try to keep in your hands. And still your heart grows tired, still your mind is restless, still your soul feels exposed to many dangers. Tonight I remind you, your help comes from me, the Lord who made heaven and earth, the one who shaped mountains and oceans, the one who also shaped your heart. I do not sleep, I do not forget, I do not turn away in distraction. When you feel alone at night, when memories rise like waves, when anxiety whispers that you are unprotected, remember this truth. I am your guardian. I watch over your coming in and your going out. I watch over each season, each turn in your journey. I keep my eyes on you with love that never closes. There are moments when you imagine that I have left you. You look at your pain and you think that it proves my absence. But pain is not a sign that I went away. Pain is often the place where you become more aware of your need for me. I am present even when you do not feel my presence. I am at your right hand as a protecting shade, shielding you from what would destroy your soul, keeping you from being consumed by what you face. The sun of daily pressures will not burn you beyond repair. The night of hidden fears will not swallow you forever. The heat of responsibilities, expectations, and demands will not destroy who you are in me. The cold loneliness of the night will not erase my promises over your life. I keep you in ways you see and in ways you do not see. I guard your soul when you are awake and when you are asleep. You see only the visible enemies, the obvious problems, the heavy circumstances, but I see also the invisible arrows, the thoughts that come to accuse you, the lies that try to convince you that you are not loved, the memories that attempt to define your identity. I stand between your heart and these arrows. I raise my hand as your shield. I whisper truth when lies shout. I speak peace when chaos tries to reign inside you. Your mind often runs ahead into tomorrow, imagining disasters, replaying worst-case scenarios, building stories of fear, and then you feel paralyzed. Tonight I call your thoughts back into my presence. I invite you to rest under my care. I am already in your tomorrow. I already know what you will face. I already hold the solutions you cannot yet see. While you lie down in weakness, I stand in strength over your life. You are not meant to carry the world on your shoulders. That weight does not belong to you. It belongs to me. You are not meant to be your own guardian, your own savior, your own endless source of strength. You are a child, and you are allowed to be a child in my arms. I watch, I guard, I fight, I protect, I carry. You rest, you trust, you breathe, you learn to lean. Right now, as you listen, I am touching the places of your heart that have never felt safe, the places that believe danger is always near, the places that expect abandonment, rejection, loss. I speak gently to these fears. I tell them that I am here. I tell them that I am not leaving. I tell them that my presence is not a passing visit but a permanent dwelling. I am not a guest in your life. I am the keeper of your soul. You worry that you will slip again, that you will repeat the same mistakes, that you will stumble on the same stones. Tonight I remind you, I keep your foot from slipping, not because you are perfect, but because I am faithful. When you begin to fall inwardly, when your faith feels weak, when your courage begins to fade, my hand reaches out, my grace lifts you, my spirit steadies you. There are roads you chose that were not good for you, and you fear that you are forever trapped by those paths. But I know how to watch over you even in places you entered without wisdom. I know how to turn you gently back toward life. I know how to bring light into dark alleys of your past. I know how to lead you out of mental deserts into places of fresh water and rest. My child, your emotions are not invisible to me. I see when anxiety rises like a storm inside your chest. I see when your thoughts spin with no rest. I see when you feel attacked by worries with no clear source. I remain your shade and your shelter. I bring calm where there is turmoil. I bring silence where there is an endless inner noise. I bring a soft, steady rhythm where your heart has been racing without pause. Let me guard your inner world, just as I guard your outer steps. Let me stand at the door of your mind, so that not every thought is allowed to enter. Let me filter what tries to reach your heart. Let me say no to the lies that want to dwell in you. Let me say yes to the truth that will heal you. When you give me this place, I become more than comfort. I become your keeper. You do not need to watch yourself every second as if everything depends on your own vigilance. You do not need to live in constant suspicion of your own soul. I am watching. I am discerning. I am separating what is from me and what is not. I am lighting up the corridors of your thoughts. I am showing you which ideas bring life and which ones bring death inside. I am teaching you to agree with me, and in that agreement there is protection. Think of how often you have survived what you thought would end you. There were nights you believed you would not make it to the morning, yet you are here. There were days when the weight on your mind felt unbearable, yet you are here. There were memories that threatened to drown you, yet you are still breathing. This is not an accident. This is my hand sustaining you. This is my watchful care carrying you. I have guarded you from things you never even knew were near. I have blocked paths that would have harmed you more deeply. I have closed doors that you begged me to open, because I saw beyond the moment. I have allowed some storms to come, not to destroy you, but to reveal how deeply I hold you. Storms that made you cling to me in ways you never did before. Storms that uncovered fears I long to heal. Do not measure my protection only by the absence of pain. Measure it by the fact that pain did not have the final word. That every time you were struck, my mercy still found a way to lift you. That every time your heart was wounded, my presence still came to comfort you. That every time darkness tried to swallow you, my light still rose again over your life. My child, I invite you to rest tonight under my guarding. Imagine that your bed is surrounded by my peace. Imagine that your room is filled with my presence. Imagine that at the doorway of your thoughts I stand with gentle authority, not allowing every fear to rush in, not letting every memory flood your heart at once. I decide what passes through. I decide what must leave. I decide what may stay and be healed. You have been your own guardian for too long. You have tried to control every outcome, anticipate every danger, protect yourself from every possible hurt, and this has exhausted you. Let me take this place. Let me be the sentinel of your soul. You do not need to live on high alert in my presence. You can loosen your shoulders, soften your heart, and breathe, because I am awake for you. When your eyes close, mine remain open. When your body surrenders to sleep, my strength does not weaken. While you dream, I continue to work in the unseen places of your inner life. I soothe old images. I calm restless thoughts. I whisper truth over you. I speak identity over you. I keep you even when you are unaware of my keeping. I do not slumber. I do not abandon my post. So let this truth sink into you. You are watched over. You are not exposed. You are not forgotten. You are not left defenseless in the night. I, the Lord, am your shade at your right hand. I, the Lord, guard you from evil that tries to invade your soul. I, the Lord, watch your coming and your going now and forever. In this certainty, my child, you can begin to rest. You can begin to trust. You can begin to sleep in peace under my loving gaze. My child, there are memories inside you that feel like locked rooms. You walk through the house of your inner life and you avoid certain doors. You know where they are. You feel the heaviness behind them, and yet you pass by quickly, hoping that what is inside will stay quiet. But it does not. It knocks in the silence. It rises at night. It leaks into your thoughts when you are tired. I see those rooms. I know what is hidden there. I know the scenes that repeat themselves behind those doors. The words that cut you. The looks that wounded you. The days that marked you more than anyone understands. I know the secrets that you decided never to tell. I know the shame that sits in the corner of those memories. I know the fear that if anyone saw all of this they would turn away from you. I do not turn away. I do not fear what you fear inside yourself. I do not despise what confuses you. I am not shocked by the depth of your pain. I come as the one who understands, as the one who has carried sorrows and known rejection. I come as the one who has already gone into the darkest valley and come back with light. I come as the one who can enter every locked room and transform it from within. You have lived for a long time with invisible prisons in your mind. There are thoughts that bind you. There are memories that keep you in the same place. There are inner courts where you accuse yourself again and again. You stand as judge and prisoner at the same time. You pronounce sentences over your own heart. You say that you are guilty, that you are not enough, that you will never be free, and these words become chains around your soul. My child, I did not create you to live in such bondage. I did not shed my blood so that you would build new cells inside your thoughts. I did not stretch out my arms on the cross so that you would keep punishing yourself when I have already paid the price. I came to proclaim freedom to captives, and that freedom is also for the captives of their own minds, the captives of their own memories. There are names that still hurt when you think of them. There are faces that appear in your dreams. There are voices that echo in your chest. There are broken relationships that never found closure. There are goodbyes that never happened. There are apologies that you never received. And your heart keeps all of this as if it were a heavy archive that you must guard. You feel responsible for remembering every detail, and yet it crushes you. Today I invite you to bring these names to me, to speak these faces before me, to let these voices be heard in my presence. You do not need to organize everything or explain everything. You only need to open your heart and say, Lord, here it is. All of it. Here is the betrayal. Here is the abuse. Here is the abandonment. Here is the humiliation. Here is the misunderstanding. Here are the situations that I do not know how to heal, and I will receive it all with gentleness. I see how resentment has grown in some corners of your soul, not because you are evil, but because you have been hurt. Resentment tries to protect you. It tells you that if you stay angry you will stay safe, that if you do not forgive you will not be hurt again. But this is not true. The chains of bitterness bind you, not them. The prison you built was supposed to guard you, but instead it traps your own heart. Forgiveness in my heart is not a denial of what happened. It is not a small thing. It is not a way of erasing reality. Forgiveness is placing the entire case into my hands. Forgiveness is saying, Lord Jesus, I let go of my right to judge this person by my own standard. I give you the pain, the injustice, the unanswered questions. I trust you to be righteous and merciful in ways I cannot. Forgiveness opens the door of the cell so that you may walk out with me. You say within yourself that the wound is too deep, that the person does not deserve forgiveness, that they will never understand what they did. And you are right. Sometimes they will never understand. Sometimes they will never return. Sometimes they will never say sorry. But forgiveness is not a gift you give them first. It is a gift I give you. It is the key that releases your heart from the chains of the past. It is the act of putting your pain into the sea of my justice and my mercy. I do not ask you to forgive in your own strength. I do not stand far away and demand that you perform a spiritual task alone. I stand beside you inside the memory. I stand with you in the room where the wound happened. I place my hand upon yours as you hold the pain, and together we lift it up to the Father. Together we say, we surrender this to your hands. We choose your way instead of the way of endless resentment. And in that moment heaven begins a work of healing that is deeper than your understanding. There are also things you did, choices you made, words you spoke, reactions you regret, and you carry these like heavy stones in your chest. You replay those moments and you judge yourself without mercy. You call yourself names that I have never called you. You say that you are a failure, that you ruin everything, that you are beyond repair, and these self-accusations carve deep lines of shame inside your soul. Listen to me, my child. I know every mistake. I know every sin. I know every selfish act. I know every time you hurt others out of your own hurt. I know every moment you turned away from what was right, yet I chose to love you. I chose to pursue you. I chose to give my life for you. I chose to stretch out my hands and say, Father, forgive. You are not defined by your worst decision. You are invited into my forgiveness. When you confess to me, I do not humiliate you. I do not parade your failures before the universe. I do not keep a list to use against you. I listen. I receive. I wash. I speak a new word over your life. I say that you are cleansed. I say that you are my beloved. I say that your debt is paid in full by my sacrifice. My forgiveness is stronger than your guilt. My mercy is deeper than the pit you feel inside. I long to teach you a new way of remembering, a way where the past is not a constant accusation but a testimony of grace, a way where you can look back without bleeding, where you can see that even in the worst scenes I was there, even if you did not know it at the time. I was there holding back greater destruction. I was there whispering hope. I was there waiting for the day you would let me heal these places. Let us walk together through some of these corridors of memory. Imagine that I take your hand and we begin to move slowly through the house of your inner life, room after room, scene after scene, argument after argument, loss after loss. Every time the pain rises, you look at me and you breathe. You say, Jesus, this hurts, and I nod with understanding. I do not rush you. I do not push you. I simply stay beside you and hold space for your tears. In some rooms you will feel anger that you never expressed. You will feel grief that you never allowed yourself to feel. You will feel fear that you buried under busyness and noise. Do not be afraid of these emotions. They are not your enemies. They are parts of you that have been waiting for my presence. As you allow them to surface before me, they lose their power to control you in secret. They become places where my light can enter. There will be memories where you feel small and helpless again, where you feel that you lost your voice, where you feel that no one protected you. Hear me clearly, my child. I saw it. I cried with you. I was not the author of the evil that touched you, but I stood in the middle of the brokenness, and I have never stopped working to bring redemptive meaning even to those dark chapters. I do not minimize what you suffered. I hold it with sacred seriousness. As you sit with me in these memories, I begin to speak a different word over them. Where you hear the word unwanted, I speak wanted. Where you hear the word abandoned, I speak held. Where you hear the word dirty, I speak pure. Where you hear the word failure, I speak growing. Where you hear the word broken beyond repair, I speak becoming whole. My voice starts to rewrite the inner narration that has tormented you for years. This is not a quick process. It is a gentle journey. Sometimes you will feel as if nothing is happening, but do not be deceived. My spirit works like water on dry ground, drop by drop, quietly, persistently, until the soil softens, until seeds that were hidden can finally sprout. I do not rush your healing. I do not demand that you be instantly whole. I celebrate each small step, each honest tear, each moment where you choose to bring me one more piece of your heart. My child, you are allowed to put down the role of judge. You are allowed to resign from the inner court that never rests. You are allowed to stop sentencing yourself and others again and again. Hand the gavel to me. Let me be the one who carries the weight of justice and mercy. Let me decide how to deal with the wrongs. Let me carry what is too heavy for you. Your soul was made for trust, not for endless trials. As you begin to forgive, as you begin to receive forgiveness, as you begin to release resentment and shame into my hands, something quiet begins to happen inside you. The air of your inner house changes. Rooms that once felt suffocating begin to feel breathable. Windows that were shut for years start to open. Light enters places that were always dim. You feel small shifts, more softness, a little less tension around old stories. In time you will be able to speak of your past without collapsing under its weight, not because it was not painful, but because it has been held, washed, and reshaped in my love. You will be able to comfort others with the comfort you received from me. You will be able to look someone in the eyes and say, I know what it is to be wounded. I know what it is to be ashamed. I also know what it is to be gently restored by Jesus, and your story will become a shelter for their story. For now, in this night, do not rush ahead. Simply let me be with you inside what hurts. Let your heart whisper, Lord, here is this memory, here is this person, here is this regret, here is this bitterness, here is this fear. I hand it to you. I confess that I cannot heal myself. I cannot untie these knots by myself. I need you. And as you say this, rest, for I am already at work, even in the silence, even in your sleep, turning inner prisons into places of slow, holy freedom. My child, there is a weight that lives in your shoulders and in your chest. It is not only the weight of what happened in the past, it is also the weight of what you think you must carry now. Responsibilities, expectations, demands, the fear of failing again, the pressure to hold everything together for yourself and sometimes for others too. All of this collects inside you until you feel that you cannot breathe. You wake up already tired inside. Your mind begins to work before your body has left the bed. You start counting the things you must solve, the problems you must prevent, the people you must not disappoint, the image you must keep up, and without noticing, you put on a heavy cloak that you were never created to wear. You call it duty, you call it survival, but I see that it is slowly suffocating your soul. You have learned to be strong for a long time, strong so that no one sees how fragile you feel, strong so that no one abandons you, strong so that no one can accuse you of failing. This strength has helped you in some moments, but it has also become a prison, because you began to believe that you are alone, that everything depends on you, that you cannot rest, that if you stop, everything will collapse. I did not design you to carry the whole world in your hands. I did not ask you to control every outcome. I did not call you to be your own savior. I came to be that for you. I came so that you could lean, so that you could exhale, so that you could be a child in the arms of a father who never loses control. I carry what you cannot carry. I see what you cannot see. I hold what you cannot hold forever. There is also a more silent burden that you carry, the burden of comparison. You look at others and you measure yourself against them, their progress, their success, their peace, their faith, and you decide inside that you are behind, that you are less, that you are wrong, and every time you do this, another stone is added to the load upon your heart. Every time you compare, you move a little further away from the gentle pace of my grace. The burden of trying to be someone else is heavy. The burden of trying to prove your worth through performance is heavier. The burden of never allowing yourself to rest because you fear being called lazy or useless is heavier still. I see how much you fight to earn a love that I have already given to you freely. I see how tired your soul is of trying to deserve what is already yours in me. Come to me with this, my child, not only with your sins and wounds, but with your constant effort, with your endless doing, with the rhythm that exhausts you. Bring me your schedules, your inner lists, your silent standards, your fear of stopping, your fear of being seen as weak. Let us lay all of this before me, and let us talk about what I actually ask of you and what you have placed on yourself without my voice. I said that my yoke is easy and my burden is light. You have heard these words many times, but the life inside you does not feel easy or light. I do not lie, therefore we must look at this together. Some of what you carry did not come from me. Some of the weight was placed there by the expectations of others. Some of it was placed there by your own inner critic. Some of it by lies that say you must always be more in order to be loved. When I invite you to take my yoke, I invite you to walk beside me. A yoke joins two together so that they move in the same rhythm. I am not standing far away giving orders while you pull the load alone. I am right next to you, step by step, pace by pace. I carry the greater part of the weight. I give direction. I decide when to move and when to pause. Your part is to stay close, to listen, to follow, not to drag the future alone. You are afraid of rest because you confuse it with giving up. You are afraid that if you let go, nothing will move forward, that if you sleep, you will lose control, that if you pause, everything will fall apart. But true rest in me is not abandonment of responsibility. It is alignment with my heart. It is choosing to trust that while you sleep, I work. While you pause, I sustain. While you surrender, I accomplish what only I can accomplish. Think of a child who falls asleep in the arms of a loving parent. The child is not planning, not calculating, not guarding the door. The child simply rests, trusting that someone else is watching, someone else is strong, someone else is awake if danger comes. This is the picture I long to restore in your soul. I want you to know that you are allowed to sleep without holding your entire life together in your mind. There are burdens that you call responsibility but that are actually control. You want to guarantee that nothing hurts you again, that nothing surprises you again, that no one can ever leave you again. And so you try to supervise every detail, every feeling, every relationship. This control is heavy. It does not bring peace. It brings constant tension. Your heart is never at rest because it is always scanning for danger. Lay this control down before me, my child. Tell me honestly that you are afraid to trust, that you are afraid to be disappointed, that you are afraid to be hurt again. I will not judge you for this. I understand. I know where these fears were born. I know the moments that taught you to defend yourself. I know why you feel that you have only yourself to rely on. Let me stand in that place where you have stood alone for so long. I do not promise that life will have no pain. I do not promise that people will never fail you. I do not promise that every plan will work exactly as you desire. But I do promise that you will never face any of it alone. I promise that when you fall I will lift you. When you cry I will hold you. When you are confused I will guide you. When you are weary I will give you rest. I promise that my presence will be the safe place that you have been trying to build with your own strength. You have also carried the burden of self-criticism for years. Every time you make a mistake, you call yourself harsh names inside. Every time you forget something or feel weak, you repeat old sentences of contempt over your own soul. You believe that this will make you better, more careful, more disciplined, but in truth it has only made you smaller inside, more fearful, less free, more distant from the gentle way I see you. I do not speak to you the way you speak to yourself. I do not call you worthless. I do not call you stupid. I do not call you hopeless. I call you beloved. I call you my own. I call you child. I call you chosen. When you fall, I stretch out my hand. I do not stand above you and shout. I kneel into your dust and I lift you. My correction is real, but it is soaked in love. It does not crush your spirit, it restores it. Let me teach you to drop the burden of inner violence. Let me show you how to speak to yourself with the same tenderness that I speak to you, not to excuse wrongdoing, but to heal the roots that keep producing it. You cannot grow healthy under constant inner attack. A plant does not grow by being yelled at. It grows by receiving light and water in good soil. Your soul is the same. It needs truth and grace, not accusation. Tonight, as you lie here, I invite you to a simple exchange. Tell me with your own heart, Jesus, I give you the burden of having to be enough all the time. I give you the burden of looking perfect. I give you the burden of pleasing everyone. I give you the burden of holding my world together. I give you the burden of never resting, and then breathe in my answer. I give you my rest, my peace, my covering, my strength made perfect in your weakness. Feel how your body softens when you let these words sink deep. Your shoulders may loosen, your jaw may release its tension, your breathing may become slower. This is not only physical, it is a sign of something happening inside. Your soul is beginning to believe that it is allowed to stop striving for a while, that it is allowed to lie down without finishing every task, that it is allowed to exist without performing. We will still walk through responsibilities together. I will still lead you to act, to choose, to respond, but from a different place, not from panic, not from self-hatred, not from fear of abandonment, but from a place of being loved and held, from a place of knowing that your value does not rise and fall with each success or failure, from a place where you can say, I am doing this with Jesus, not for Jesus in lonely effort. The nights of your life are opportunities for your heart to learn this rhythm. Day may be filled with many demands, but night can become the school of trust. Each evening you can come to me and hand me the unfinished, the unresolved, the uncertain. Each evening you can say, Lord, this is as far as I can go today. I place the rest into your hands. Watch over what I cannot watch. And then you let your body and mind enter the rest that your spirit is learning to accept. You have asked me many times to change your circumstances, and I hear those prayers. But tonight I am also working on changing the way you carry life inside. I am teaching your soul to walk more lightly, to let go of what is not its job, to distinguish between my voice and the voices of fear, to recognize when a burden is truly from me or when it is a weight placed by lies. I am training your heart to live under my easy yoke. My child, you do not have to wait until everything is perfect to rest. You do not have to wait until all problems are solved, until every relationship is healed, until every question is answered. Rest is not a reward for those who have controlled everything well. Rest is a gift from me for those who admit that they cannot. It is for the weary, for the confused, for the honest, for those who come to me empty and say, I need you. So now, in this quiet moment, let yourself lean back into my presence. Imagine that all the heavy bundles you have carried through the day are being taken from your arms one by one. Fears, plans, regrets, comparisons, self-criticism, control. Hand them to me. You may feel strange at first, because you are used to being overloaded, but stay with me here, in this lightness, in this simplicity, in this gentle place where you are just my child and I am just your God, and let the night become a deep breath for your soul. My child, now we walk into deeper places within you, places where thoughts, emotions, and memories meet, places that feel tangled and unclear. You often sense that something inside is heavy, but you do not know exactly where it comes from. You only feel the weight, the fog, the tiredness. I see clearly what you feel only as a blur, and I come not to accuse, but to cleanse, not to expose you to shame, but to bathe you in mercy. Inside your inner house there are corners filled with dust from old pains. There are cobwebs of discouragement. There are piles of unprocessed days and unspoken tears. There are shelves full of fears and drawers full of hidden worries. You have tried to push these things into the background so that you can function, but they still influence how you think, how you react, how you see yourself. Tonight I come as the gentle keeper of your soul, ready to begin a deep and patient cleaning. There are wounds that no human eye has ever seen, wounds that formed in moments when you felt unseen, unheard, or unloved. There are traumas that have no clear words, only sensations of tightness in your chest, heaviness in your body, or sudden waves of sadness. There are memories that you avoid because each time they arise you feel the sting again. I see each of these places very clearly, and I am not afraid to touch them with my healing hand. Let me enter these hidden rooms. My child, open the door of your heart slowly. If you cannot open it wide, open it just a little, enough for my light to enter. You do not need to organize the space before I come in. You do not need to make yourself presentable for me. I am not a visitor that you must impress. I am the one who comes to stay, to reorder, to wash, to renew. I come with a tenderness that will not break you. Your thoughts often run in circles, repeating the same phrases of guilt and fear. You feel trapped inside your own mind, as if certain ideas are carved into stone, unchangeable, unmovable. But I tell you, my child, your mind is not a prison that cannot be changed. Your thoughts are like currents that I can redirect. I pour my living water over them, washing away what is toxic, softening what is hard, clearing what has become cloudy. I purify your thoughts by bringing truth where lies have lived for a long time. Lies that say you are alone, that you are too broken, that you are beyond hope, that nothing will ever change. I come with quiet but unshakable truth. You are not alone. You are not too broken for me. You are never beyond hope while you are in my hands. And I am always working even when you do not see. As this truth settles inside you, little by little your inner landscape begins to shift. Your emotions also need cleansing. Many times you judge your feelings as wrong. You become angry at your own sadness. You despise your fear. You feel shame for your anger, and so you push everything down. But what is pushed down does not disappear. It simply hides and grows heavier. I invite you to bring your emotions to me instead, not to worship them, but to let them be washed, soothed, and transformed in my presence. Where there is anxiety, I long to pour peace, not just as an idea, but as a gentle weight of calm over your heart. Where there is sorrow, I long to sit beside you and turn your tears into a language of trust. Where there is anger, I long to hold the fire so that it no longer burns you from within, but becomes energy for honest prayer and healthy boundaries. Where there is numbness, I long to breathe life so that your heart can feel again without drowning. Guilt and shame stain your soul like dark marks on a white garment. You look at yourself and see only the stains, and you conclude that you are unworthy of love, unworthy of joy, unworthy of rest. My child, hear me. My sacrifice was not weak or partial. My love reaches deeper than the deepest stain. I do not merely cover the dirt. I wash it away. I cleanse you at a level that no effort of your own could reach. I make you new from the inside outward. Tonight your soul is invited into a quiet bath of grace. With each slow breath you can imagine that the heavy soot of the day is being gently rinsed from your mind, from your chest, from your memories, not by your skill, but by my spirit. As you breathe out, you release some of your worry. As you breathe in, you receive some of my peace. This simple rhythm is a picture of what I am doing within you, taking what burdens you, giving what sustains you. I am the physician of your emotions. I am the healer of your inner wounds. A doctor of the body uses instruments and medicines that touch flesh and bone. I use truth and love and presence that touch thoughts and memories and feelings. I work while you are awake, and I continue while you sleep. I move gently in the background of your being, as a quiet song, as a steady hand, repairing what you did not even know was broken. I desire to make your inner being a temple of peace, not a battlefield where thoughts clash endlessly, not a courtroom where you are always on trial, but a sanctuary where my presence is the main atmosphere. Your room can become an outer sign of this inner temple. As you lie in your bed, imagine that your pillow is my hand. Imagine that your blanket is my covering. Imagine that the air around you is filled with my calm. Your body can rest because your spirit is being held. Together we will build this temple within you, stone by stone, moment by moment. Every time you turn your attention toward me, every time you whisper a simple prayer like Jesus, cleanse my mind. Every time you choose to breathe and release instead of spiraling in worry, a new stone is placed, a new light is lit, a new room within you begins to reflect my peace more clearly. This work is slow and holy, but it is real. I know that as I purify you, certain things may rise to the surface, old memories, old fears, old pains. Do not think this means that you are going backward. A wound that is being cleaned may sting for a moment, but that sting is part of healing, not a sign of harm. When these things come up, do not run away from me, run toward me. Say to me, Lord, this hurts, and I will sit with you in it. I will apply the balm of my love until the sting lessens. You are not a problem that I tolerate. You are not a project that I reluctantly fix. You are my beloved child whom I delight to cleanse and restore. I look at you with tenderness, not irritation, with patience, not frustration. I know how long certain patterns have been in you. I know how many layers of pain have built up, and still I am not discouraged. I see who you are becoming. I see the beauty that will shine as the mud is washed away. Let me also purify the way you see me. Some of your fears about my heart were learned from people who did not love you well. Some were shaped by voices that used my name but not my character. You may imagine that I am harsh, impatient, or distant, and these images block the flow of my comfort. Tonight I wash these images too. I show you my face in the face of the one who carries your burdens, in the face of the one who weeps with you, in the face of the one who forgives again and again. As your thoughts are cleansed, you will notice that certain lies lose their grip. As your emotions are washed, you will notice that reactions become softer. As your memories are healed, you will notice that stories once filled only with pain now hold traces of grace. This is how my purification appears, not always in one dramatic moment, but in many small shifts over time, until one day you look back and say, I do not know exactly when it changed, but I know that Jesus has done something in me. Tonight you do not need to force this process. You do not need to push yourself into some intense experience. You only need to consent, to say within your heart, Lord Jesus, I allow you to purify me. I offer you my mind, my emotions, my memories, my heart. I stop hiding what is broken. I let you see and touch it, and then you rest. You let me do what only I can do, with a care that never hurts for the sake of hurting, but touches in order to heal. So lie here now, under the gentle weight of my presence. Feel the invitation to loosen your grip on the stories you have held alone. Let the night become more than just hours of sleep. Let it become a river of quiet cleansing for your soul. I am with you in every breath, in every thought, in every dream, and as you sleep, my child, I continue to purify, to wash, to restore, shaping within you a heart that will one day fully rest, fully trust, fully live in the light of my peace. My child, this night is drawing deeper, and yet in my heart there is no darkness. I see you completely. I surround you completely. I hold you completely. While the world becomes quiet around you, I remain fully awake, fully attentive to every movement of your soul. You have walked with me through memories and through burdens, through forgiveness and through surrender, through the slow cleansing of thoughts and emotions. Now I gather all of this into my arms. Like a shepherd who gathers his lambs at the end of the day, nothing of what you have given me is lost. Nothing of what you have whispered to me is forgotten. Nothing of what you have surrendered to me is ignored. I hold every detail with care. I am the Lord who watches over your coming and your going. I have watched you walk through days of joy and through days of grief, through seasons of energy and through seasons of exhaustion, through times when you felt close to me and through times when you felt very far. In all of these I remain the same. I remained your guardian. I remained your shade. I remained your help. You often measure your life by what you see on the outside, by achievements, by visible changes, by successes, by failures, but I measure your life by a different scale. I look at the movements of your heart. I see every time you choose to turn toward me, even if it is only with a tired sigh. I see every time you choose to believe me again, even if your feelings are slow to follow. I see every time you choose to open your hand a little more, releasing what once you held with fear. I do not despise small beginnings. I do not despise slow steps. I do not despise fragile trust. In my kingdom, a small seed is precious. A small act of faith is beautiful. A simple yes whispered from a weary heart has great value. Heaven rejoices not only over great triumphs, but over every quiet turning of your soul toward me. Even tonight, as you lay here listening and yielding, there is joy in my heart. My child, your help comes from me, not from your own perfection, not from your constant effort, not from your ability to understand everything. I am the maker of heaven and earth, and I am also the maker of your inner world. The shape of your soul is familiar to me, because I designed it. The longings of your heart are familiar to me, because I breathed life into you. I know how to sustain what I have made. You fear the future because you imagine it without me. You see yourself alone in tomorrow, carrying all the same weights, facing all the same battles, and it feels impossible. But I tell you, you will never step into a single day where I am not already present. You will never wake up in a morning where my mercy has not arrived first. You will never walk into a situation where my grace has not gone ahead of you to prepare a way. When you think of tomorrow, do not picture only your weakness. Picture my presence. Picture my hand upon your shoulder. Picture my wisdom guiding your decisions. Picture my peace guarding your heart. Picture my love surrounding you like a cloak. The future is not an empty dark hallway. The future is a space already filled with me, and I will meet you there, just as I am with you here. You look back at your past and you see many nights of fear, many days of confusion, many seasons where you felt abandoned. Yet even there, if you look more deeply, you can find traces of my keeping. You survived what you thought would destroy you. You rose again after you fell. You found comfort in places where there seemed to be none. This was my hand, quiet and faithful, catching you again and again. I am the same now. I do not change with the seasons. I do not grow tired of you. I do not reach a limit with your weakness. I am the guardian who does not slumber. There is no hour when my attention drifts away. There is no moment when I forget what you are going through. There is no instant when my love becomes even a little smaller. My constancy is your true security. Tonight I invite you to rest in this, to rest not in a perfect understanding of every detail, but in the certainty of my character. I am good. I am faithful. I am gentle. I am powerful. I am near. I am wise. All that you are not, I am. And I do not use my strength to crush you. I use my strength to hold you, to lift you, to protect you. You have spent many years trying to earn a sense of safety, trying to build walls high enough and strong enough to keep out disappointment and pain. You tried to find rest through control, through performance, through pleasing others, through predicting every possible outcome. Yet rest never stayed for long, because true rest does not grow from fear. True rest grows from trust, from knowing that someone greater is watching over you. Let me be that someone in your heart in a deeper way. My child, allow me to move from the edges of your life into the center. Allow me to be more than an idea, more than a distant hope. Let me be your daily companion, your constant reference point, the one you turn to first and last. When I am at the center, everything else can find its place. When I am the foundation, even when storms come, you will not be destroyed. I want you to know what it is to walk lightly through a world that is heavy, not because the world has changed, but because your soul is anchored in me. I want you to know what it is to face uncertainty without collapsing, because you are held in a certainty that is higher. I want you to know what it is to feel pain and yet not be defined by it, because my love speaks a deeper truth over you. You may think that such a life is only for a few special souls, but that is not true. My rest is for all who come. My peace is for all who open their hearts. My presence is for every child who calls on my name. The only requirement is not perfection but need, not performance but honesty. You qualify not because you are strong, but because you are willing to say, Lord, I need you. Each night can become a quiet covenant between us, a repeated agreement of your heart with mine. As darkness falls, you come to me and you place the day into my hands, the joys and the sorrows, the victories and the failures, the clarity and the confusion. You give all of it to me, and you say, Jesus, I trust you with this. I cannot carry it alone, and in that simple act, you make more room for my peace to settle upon you. Your room, no matter how simple, can become a holy place when you invite me to dwell there. Your bed can become an altar of surrender. Your breath can become a quiet prayer. Your tears can become living water that softens the soil of your heart. Even your fatigue can become an offering that I honor, because it shows that you have reached the end of your own strength and you are willing to lean on mine. When the night feels long, remember that I am leaving something even in the length of it: patience, depth, resilience, a softer heart, a clearer dependence on me. The long night is not empty, it is not wasted, it is a classroom where your soul is learning to rest in a deeper way. Though you do not like the process, the fruit of it will be precious. You will know me not only as the God of bright days, but as the God who sits with you in the darkness until morning comes. And morning will come, my child. There will be dawns when you wake and realize that something inside you is different, perhaps only slightly at first. The fear a little weaker, the hope a little stronger, the old memory a little less painful, the burden a little lighter. These are signs that my hand has been moving in the night, that my spirit has been tending to your heart while you slept. There will also be days when you do not feel any progress, when old patterns seem to return, when tiredness sits heavy on your soul again. Do not despair in those moments. Growth is not a straight line. Healing is not a perfect climb upward. There will be waves. There will be cycles. But underneath the surface I remain at work. I do not abandon what I have begun. I am faithful to complete the good work within you. I ask you now to place not only your past and your present, but also your future into my hands. Your fears about tomorrow, your questions about what will happen, your worries about those you love, your concern about your own path. I see each of these clearly, and I say to you, trust me, not because you must ignore reality, but because I am more real than everything you fear. I am Lord over the days that have not yet arrived. You do not need to know every step ahead. You need only to know that I walk ahead of you. You do not need to have every answer. You need only to know that I am your wisdom. You do not need to be certain of every outcome. You need only to be certain that my love will remain. I will lead you one day at a time, one step at a time, and I will give you the grace you need at the moment you need it. Not earlier, not later, always in time. So now, my child, rest. Rest not as someone who is abandoned, but as someone who is guarded. Not as someone who is forgotten, but as someone who is deeply known. Let every breath you take be a quiet agreement with my care. Let every slow exhale be a release of what you were not meant to hold. Let every beat of your heart be a soft echo of my promise. I am with you. I watch your sleep. I surround your dreams. I stand at the doorway of your mind. I keep what you have entrusted to me. I bless the night over you. I bless the morning that will come. I bless the journey that continues. From this moment and through all your days, I remain your help, your guardian, your shade, your peace, and in my arms, my child, you are safe, tonight and always.